You're back here with Tony from Rider Us, and we're back with Hudson Kai Cooper, the Moto4 rider for this year. So Hudson, how are we doing?
I'm doing good, doing good. Just come down today.
Fantastic. So it's always nice to see you. So let's get into it. How was Brands?
Brands was a good weekend, very hot on Friday, quite a technical track. I've ridden the Indy circuit before, not the GP circuit, so it's quite technical around the back. Most people think it's just a couple of rights and that's it, but everything's pretty much blind around the back, so good track. You kind of have to know your markers. Markers are a big thing on this track. Went alright, yeah.
Fantastic. So let's talk about the crash you had in race 1.
Yeah, so started, I think it was on lap 3, came out of turn 2, which is, if you don't know, turn 1 down, and then turn 2 is up a big hill, and then you go down the hill again on the exit of turn 2. And just as I'm tipping in pretty much midpoint in the corner, the rear stepped out. I've caught it again, it's kind of buckarooed me off, and then sent me off essentially. A low side, didn't really damage much. Thorley, unfortunately, did get caught up in the crash as well, so said massive apologies to him. He was completely fine as well, so just a little fall off, and it was slow, which was good at turn 2, so these things happen.
Yeah, unfortunately they do. So obviously you had the off in race 1, fantastic team, mechanics,
Yeah.
and everybody jumped in to get you back ready for
Sort
race
racing out.
2.
Yeah.
So how did race 2 go?
Race 2 went alright, was pushing on, trying to push through the pack a little bit. Then kind of got stuck in no man's land. I'd made a little bit of a mistake coming onto the back straight, so lost a bit of slipstream. Pretty much same story as Snetterton, but pushing on, lap times were there, and then once I was kind of in no man's land, there were no real point in me pushing and doing the on the limit lap times for me at that time with the setup. So kind of dialed it back a bit and just maintained the gap that I were in. But yeah, pushing on, really good.
Fantastic. So you sort of kept the pace and without putting yourself in any further risk, and
also,
you stayed in.
Also made quite a lot of setup changes through that weekend as well, with the front end. So in race 1 we were struggling with the bike turning because we raised the front a little bit to try and make it more stable on the bumps in the back section. But we think we may have raised it too much, but at the end of the day it's just it's my first season in this championship, trying to figure out how the bike reacts. With different changes on the bike. And
obviously all the tracks are different, so there's going to be different setups for different tracks. So moving on from Brands, the weekend just passed, you did the Bemsey test at Donington Park.
Yeah.
Tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, it was good, so I can now do the Bemsey test, so just did the Friday, and was basically just chucking different setup changes at the bike, because we, in terms of track time, what we got on the Friday is what we get over a whole BSB weekend, so it was massively valuable for us to, it's almost like having another round to test. So made quite a lot of setup changes, just figuring out how the bike reacts really with what you're doing, and so if we made a change on the rear, and you kind of get more knowledge about what the bike does with how you're changing setup, so it was good, yeah, very educational.
Good. So obviously track time is very valuable no matter what you're racing in.
Yeah.
Now you can actually test your Moto4 bike since we've had a big birthday.
Yeah, 15. So now I can go on track days and stuff like that, well, certain track days on my Moto4 bike, which I couldn't do before, so opens up a lot more windows to training and a lot more accessibility for more setup changes.
And getting used to the bike as well, because obviously it's completely different to what you was racing last year.
Yeah.
So obviously, the more time you spend on it, the more you're going to get to know about the bike.
Yeah.
So, coming up this weekend, what are we doing? Explain.
This weekend, I'm going to Oulton Park. I'm helping out with PBM. So Jordan's invited me down. She's very kindly offered us to come down in the garage, and I'll just be helping up around the paddock, sorting out tyres and stuff like that, little things. But it should be a good experience.
So a big shout out to Jordan there and for the invite.
Yeah, no, obviously got a connection from when I went down to do my work experience, so yeah, it should be good, and I got along with them all as well. So.
No, that's really good. It's invaluable experience. You're never going to gain it unless you spend your time in that environment, which is absolutely fantastic. So it'll benefit you as well as an extra pair of hands for them.
It should be fun as well.
Yeah, so you'll have to give us all the feedback on that once you've had this weekend.
Yeah.
So your next race, obviously you're not racing at Oulton Park, you're helping with PBM.
Yeah.
Your next race is Silverstone.
Yeah.
So tell us what's the benefit of being with the big GP guys?
Yeah, no, it's definitely going to be a good experience. Went there the other year to go do some FIM stuff with the mini GP and stuff like that. Talking about mini GP as well, there also is the holding around on the small go-kart track in the middle of the track, which should be good. So if you're there, you can go check that out. But yeah, it should be a good experience. Moto3, obviously Moto2 and MotoGP are there, so a lot of media. It should be quite good. Obviously the Silverstone track as well. Don't know how it's going to be. It might be bumpy, might not. But yeah, it's obviously a big track, big experience, a lot of media. And it should be good exposure for us as well in terms of social media.
I would say looking at who you're riding on the same track with, obviously MotoGP is the top of the top.
Yeah.
So obviously you'll gain a lot of experience watching them actually being on track. I know it's different watching trackside to watching it on TV.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
hopefully
you get to watch it all as well, which is another positive.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah.
So hopefully then we'll have a catch up either before before Silverstone.
Yeah, before Silverstone maybe,
or maybe after Silverstone, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we're heading into the top 10 and moving forward.
Yeah, pushing on. Should be good.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Tony.